The coalition peacekeeping unit had been stationed on Kepler 442b for 3 months. 12 species working together to maintain order in the frontier colony. Among them, a single human, Specialist David Kim, assigned as a cultural liaison. Though nobody quite understood what that meant, Kim never spoke. Not during briefings, not during meals, not during downtime. He communicated through gestures, nods, and a small datapad when absolutely necessary. The others had grown used to it, but Vraxtor, a Kandorian warrior recently assigned to the unit, found it insufferable. "The mute human annoys me," Vraxtor announced during evening meal, his voice deliberately loud. Kandorian stood 8 feet tall, covered in chitinous armor that could deflect small arms fire. "What use is a soldier who cannot even call for backup?" Kim continued eating his protein ration, eyes down. "Perhaps humans sent us their defective unit," Vraxtor continued, mandibles clicking in amusement. "Too cowardly to speak, too weak to matter. In Kandorian forces, silence is fear." Several unit members shifted uncomfortably. Squad leader Thyma, a diplomatic Altarian, intervened. "Specialist Kim's service record is exemplary." "Records," Vraxtor spat. "I see no evidence. He sits, he watches, he says nothing. A ghost pretending to be a soldier." Kim's hand stilled on his spoon. Slowly, deliberately, he set it down, rose from his seat, walked to Vraxtor. The Kandorian towered over him, amused. Finally, "The mouse squeaks?" Kim looked up, meeting all 4 of Vraxtor's eyes. When he spoke, his voice was soft, barely above a whisper, raspy from disuse. "I only speak to kill." The mess hall went silent. Vraxtor laughed, a harsh grinding sound. "Threatening me, little human?" Kim pulled out his datapad, typed quickly, and showed it to the squad leader. Thyma read it, feathers paling. "He's requesting permission for a demonstration. Non-lethal. Accepted." Vraxtor spread his 4 arms wide. "Show us how the silent human kills." Kim nodded, walked to the center of the room, closed his eyes, and spoke. Not words at first, just a low hum, barely audible. Then it grew, shaped itself, became something else. A tone that seemed to bypass the ears and went straight to the nervous system. Several species clutched their heads. Others backed away. The sound focused, directed itself at Vraxtor. The Kandorian's laugh died. His secondary arms began to twitch. His primary arms reached for his head. Kim's voice rose slightly, still soft, still controlled. But now there were words, though in no language anyone recognized. They seemed to vibrate through bone, through chitin, through metal. The lights flickered. Vraxtor dropped to one knee, green blood trickling from his auditory organs. Then Kim went silent. Vraxtor collapsed, gasping. Medical scans later showed no permanent damage, but his neural pathways had been systematically disrupted, like someone had played his nervous system like an instrument. What was that?" Thyma whispered. Kim typed on his datapad. "Subsonic warfare. Learned from Earth's military. Human vocal cords can produce frequencies that interfere with most known nervous systems. With training, we can induce paralysis, hallucinations, organ failure. The voice becomes a weapon." "But why stay silent?" another squad member asked. Kim typed, "Control. Speaking normally now requires conscious effort. If I'm not careful, casual conversation can cause seizures. Anger makes it worse. In combat, I don't hold back." He showed them another screen. His service record, previously classified sections now revealed. Operation Silent Storm. Single operative eliminated entire enemy compound using vocal frequencies. Project Banshee. Developed techniques for using human voice as long-range weapon. The Whispering Death of Titan Station. 47 hostiles, neutralized with sound alone. "You're a living weapon," Vraxtor managed, still on the ground. Kim nodded, typed, "Earth discovered this ability during our last World War. Some humans could shatter glass with their voice. Military expanded on it. Trained certain operatives to weaponize sound itself. Side effect, Normal speech becomes dangerous. So we stay quiet. How many like you exist? Thyma asked. Kim held up 5 fingers. Then typed, We're 12. 7 couldn't maintain control. They spoke in anger. Everyone nearby died, including them. Frequency feedback. Now we who remain only speak with purpose. He helped Vraxtor to his feet. The Kandorian, despite his size, flinched at the touch. Kim typed one more message. Silence isn't fear. Silence is mercy. From that day forward, Vraxtor became Kim's most vocal defender. When new recruits asked why the human never spoke, Vraxtor would show them the medical scan of his disrupted neural pathways and say, because we're his allies. He only speaks to enemies. 3 months later, pirates attacked the colony. Witnesses said they heard something on the wind. A song, beautiful and terrible. The pirates were found alive but catatonic. Their minds shattered by frequencies no recording could quite capture. Kim never confirmed it was him. But that night, for just a moment, someone heard him humming in his quarters. A lullaby, they thought. They evacuated the entire floor, just to be safe.